suppose we're the umbrella organisation for business angels in Ireland. We started this about 8-9 years ago, and we primarily had individuals working on as business angels. And what we found was that we syndicated business angel groups, we had better results. So now what we have is both. A number of syndicates, which we have the Bull Syndicate down in Cork, Bloom Equity up in Dublin, the Food Syndicate, which is a very specific sector vertical, Iris Investments, who would be generalist investment syndicate. Investor Forum is for individuals. People just want to come in and do one or two deals by themselves, don't want to do portfolio approach. We also have a very specific one in the medtech syndicate out in Galway. The West and Northwest. We have a number of other syndicates in development at the moment, including in Singapore and everybody asks how are we doing, how are we getting on? I suppose the reality is, over the last 7 or 8 years, there's been about 59 million funds from angels and privates that we brought to the table. It's gone into over 300 deals. Last year we would have done about 15 million deals on the island. We have offices in Dublin, Cork, Waterford, Galway, and Belfast. The average angel deal is about 180 million K, and the average deal value is about 486. Let's say 200 grand goes in for the angels and 500 goes in altogether. What we see is that the angels are a catalyst. They will be typically the smart money going in. And that acts as a catalyst to bring in other investment either from seed funds, Enterprise Ireland, or other products that we may brought to the table. So what happened over the last number of years, that 59 million that's gone in from angel funds has attracted another 92 million at the time. You can see there, over the years, it's growing year on year. I have seen an uplift in the last year or two, and certainly the sentiment is a lot more positive. We had 50 deals on last year. Prior to that, we were at about 40 deals. Just a bit of detail on those. Bloom Equity is based here in Dublin. They will do 6 meetings a year. They would have done 16 investments to date, including Forest, which was in the earlier deals. And the angels would have gone in for about 725,000. They would go in another 924,000. So all of them, it's got about 1.65 million. It has 24 members, and we would have met last Friday. You typically see about 4 to 5 deals every other month. Bull Syndicate is based out of Cork. Again, a technology generalist, you can say. They have 25 members. They were also 16 investments to date. And they would have done iconic towards the end of last year. We were about 175,000 on them, and 255,000 on top. Again, they would meet monthly. Food Syndicate, 21 members meeting 4 times a year. We have 1 deal done to date, another 2 on the go at the moment. It has, frankly, been a struggle to do the food, so if you are interested in the food side, we're very interested in talking. The West by Northwest is based out of Phelan. It is very recent as of last year, and we would aim to meet 3 times a year. A very successful one is the medtech syndicate Galway. And we have a number of angels involved in that, including guys from San Francisco, Canada, the North, and obviously in Galway. They would have done 4 deals to date. Eventually, towards the end of last year, just over $1 million from the angels, and they would have attracted another 300,000. Embo, which is a very exciting cardiologist, did very well year before last. They were put in, the angels would put in 4.5 million, and they would have attracted another 1.5. So 3 million altogether from that. So why do we suggest going with the syndicate? It's a bit like a VC approach. It shares the risk. A VC model would say that you do 10 deals over the lifetime of a fund, and of those 10, you will have 1 or 2 that will attract big returns, which will make it for the failures. We do say to everybody, this is high risk stuff. There's a lot of failure that happens. We do expect to see at least 3 or 4 fail. Another 2 or 3 that will do reasonably okay, getting back their money, and then the idea is that you get the 1 or 2 high returns. The other part is that when you come in with a group of angels, you come from that domain knowledge, they typically bring domain knowledge, the networks, the skills, the understanding with them, and they share with everybody. So that shared responsibility helps everybody make a more informed decision, and they also do the due diligence as well. We can find that a lot of people, a lot of successful deals comes from domain knowledge. Again, that goes back to the medtech syndicates. A lot of guys are doing in there, operate in that approach. They get stuck in, so they have a lot of involvement in the deal itself, a lot of involvement in the understanding of what technology does, what problems it's solving, and how it's actually going to create and generate money. It is again a portfolio approach, which then does do risk free. We do have tips for new syndicates if you're interested. We'll go into that in more detail. We do find that a critical mass of members is important. Having 5 or 6 is okay. Both generally want labs, and we've seen that already. We do typically like to have 15 to 30 is a good number for us. If you're looking for the money, if you're on the other side of the table, looking for the money, we do say look for the smart money. Somebody with that domain knowledge is hugely beneficial. What they also bring to the table is a network. They have that network which can get you sales into an international global channel, which is always a difficult thing to start. What they can also do is have that strategic guidance, and that can come around either financial, business model, networks, market access. They can act as a board member, which is governance, and also in the deep industry understanding. If you're looking for an angel, and a lot of the times we see a lot more inexperienced promoters coming forward. If you're looking for an angel, they take the first money that comes their way. We don't recommend that. Look for an angel who understands your space, has the experience of being a business angel, understands what it's like to talk about pre-money valuations, post-money valuations, term sheets. How not to be too onerous on the promoter. You want the promoter to grow, and the promoter should want that. So that empathy with the promoter is important. The investor goals needs to be important. That needs to be stated up front. A lot of the times we have promoters who might state that they want to be in this business to grow it for life. That's not what an investor wants to hear. They want to hear that you're going to grow it for an exit and somebody should perform that they're going to get their money back. It's an investment for a return. And in some cases it's good to understand that the investor has a follow-on capacity. If you need to follow on funding and the funder has money to put in, it helps you go back out to the market to raise more funds for your growth and your scale. Again, I suppose, as I said earlier on, having the investor work with you will help you grow, and that they have that desire to see you grow. A lot of the times that comes from somebody who's done it themselves, and they genuinely want to see you grow, they want to help you grow, they want to stay in the background and help you and assist you. A bit like Jim said earlier on, preparing your pitch. Remember what the purpose of the pitch is. We do forums every other week with them all over the country. We have between 5 and 6 companies presenting every week. What we say to them is, we've got a 10-minute pitch and a 10-minute Q&A. This is a fishing expedition to hook guys in and get them interested. And really what you want to remember is why are you there? Use graphics, text boxes, less is more. The more you can visually impart what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, the more we find people retain it and are interested in how you do it. On the presentation itself, the logic of it, start, middle, and an end. Now is hook in the middle. So it's good to get structured on this along the way. And really have a vision. What is the big vision? And there's a lot of people have a big vision. Really what I say, big vision is practical steps to delivery. On that, we're going to see what the problem is that we're solving, like Jim said earlier on. And how is that opportunity going to be seized? What's the trends that are going on in the background in the industry that you're going to break down? What domain knowledge do you have or your current investor brings to the table, which can basically help you see what the problems are, how are you going to break them down, why you and your team and the people who are actually going to exploit that opportunity and create a new business. What's the value proposition? It's good to have a technology overview. Don't go too techy. Lads will fall asleep. Really what they're there for is, on the technical side, generally they believe it do what it says on the tin. They look under the hood a bit later on once they're engaged in the commercial side. So look at the commercials first. Give them the progress to date, the market overview, how big is it? What slice are you going to take on and how are you going to take it? What's the routes into those markets? What's the competitive position and how are you unique? And we do find that in Ireland a lot. A lot of the companies that come to market are differentiated within Ireland. Once they go out to the global market, they're a Me Too company and they find it very difficult to differentiate themselves. So we do recommend spending a bit of time on that. Again, the team's the critical one in terms of, do you have a balanced team across all the functions that you need to actually deliver on this? Do you have the finance guys, the commercial guys? Do you have the guys that will be kicking down the doors to get the customers on board? And have they done it before? The financials and the funding are one element of it. Again, if you're doing your presentations, practice, practice, practice. It's very good to have guys in the room. If you have a 10-minute presentation, and I'm hosting it, and you're over 10 minutes, I'll generally cut you down. How do I just cut you off in order to facilitate the other 4 that are coming behind you so we don't run over time? We try and keep things on time, and that's basically to respect the investors who are in the room. Typically we have 30 in a room. They're there, they're giving us 2 hours of their time. They want to invest, they don't want to sit around for an extra hour just to hear a different story. I think that's me finished. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, John. Very insightful view into the Angel network scene. Anybody here would like to ask any questions? John, can I just ask a question? Who selects the projects? Is it the network of investors or the HBAN management?
I guess it's ourselves. We would see about 400 opportunities every year. So we try and filter them out in terms of what we think the investors will look for. So between all the different syndicats that we have, we understand that they're looking for different types of companies at different stages of development. So we try and pinpoint which ones are the most appropriate to acquire. So we would have about, of the 400, you would certainly have about 150 that would present. You would have about another 100 that would send out target approaches to, and then about 250 that we would do a generous sort of circulation. Okay.
Any other questions? Could I just ask one more? What return, if I was investing, going in as an angel investor, what return would I normally expect?
Yeah, I'd love to be able to tell you. I suppose what we've seen is we had a number of exits last year. We've had 4 companies that exit. All those 4 companies returned 7 times the money in less than 3 years. That is not typical. It was a strange one for us to be saying. What they say on the international research is that you should expect between 2 and 3.2 times your money back. But again, if you're special, you can get more. So I think the question is, do the investors get tax relief going in? Typically they do. They have the EIS. Nearly all the companies coming through us won't be EIS approved. So you get both. We generally look for a team, but we do bring companies in. If there's a promoter who's coming in very early, has a great idea, still needs a team around them, we'll help put that team around. If it's a solo job, it's difficult to understand how it's going to scale to an international business. Typically you need a team around you, but we can help you with that. It's always a decisive question. I suppose what we see is that if you have a platform built, you have a team around you, but you haven't got to market, you have a pre-money valuation of somewhere between 500 and €1 million. If you have a platform built, it's out there in market, validated with customers, you can get up to $1.5 million. If you have a platform built with recurring customers, large scale, good quality, and you have visibility of what's coming down the track, you can get up to around $2 million mark, and thereafter that, you can get a bit. But typically that's what we see. So I hope.
Anybody else? Well done.